Well, late game we just got to the point where like BKB from Lava was just so good because they just only had these like single target disables in the form of like hexes, bloodthorns, and orchids and stuff like that. And they're like, well, if we just buy BKBs, like 20,000 gold worth of items are just completely useless on the side of Wildcard. And we kind of saw that as the game went on. Like the late game fights, like they just pressed BKBs and suddenly everything that Wildcard did was just useless.
Yeah. And of course, Kunkka not doing a ton of single target damage. OD, if you activate your BKB, he's not dropping his arcane orb onto people. That's where the majority of where his damage comes from. So, yeah, you're absolutely correct about that one. On the side of Lava, though, they absolutely don't want to deal with the Broodmother again. They feel like Divilon was enough of a problem that they're just going to get rid of it. They ban out the Phantom Lancer again as well in preparation for their pick of the Morphling. They grab a Clockwork with it. So, once again, going for heroes that are pretty active, the damage will fall off on a lot of these people in the late game. I think that the puck will probably scale a little bit better than the Ember Spirit, but I think that's more so due to the Ember Spirit's itemization in the previous game, starting with Boot to Travel and the Yule Scepter.
So they definitely plan to play Spirit Breaker in the 4 position for Alex. It's definitely his hero. They go ahead and pick up the Clockwork, which has been pretty much the perfect counter to the Spirit Breaker that we've seen recently, especially from a lot of the South American teams. They really prioritize this pick, and it was actually banned last game from Wildcard because they didn't want to deal with it, and now they have to find a way to manage the Clockwork that's going to be coming out from Kim this game. Or I'm sorry,
Mm.
not from Kim, from Catyu. They grab the Void Spirit. Definitely a decent pick for Esk. It's really good once you have the Aghanim Scepter this game. Dealing with the AoE silence as both Puck and Morphling can be difficult, but I
Mm.
don't know. I'm wondering what they're doing here because my guess is this is going to be the offlane OD that I have been claiming is the only correct way to run this hero.
Fair enough. I mean, the hero is going to do the same thing on the offlane. He's is a position 3 if you just end up going Meteor Hammer as your first item, so I'd prefer to see that. Void Spirit is good as a backline jump, but again, we're playing in a game where you're not really jumping the backline. The double silence with the Aghanim Scepter does feel pretty good when you pair that one when you're playing it against a Puck or a Weaver. The silence comes off instantly, last 2 seconds, so you have multiple charges of it. It does feel great for that reason, but I don't know. I feel like the draft on Wildcard isn't too bad. You definitely need a position 1 carry to fight in the Morphling if this game ends up going late, because at the moment, you do struggle to deal with them. And you don't have any instant lockdown either. Like, one of the reasons why they found so many kills on the Morphling in the last game is because they had Alex to instantly get on top of the Morphling with a Blink Dagger, followed by a Scatter Blast. This game, he's going to have time to react to Kataro, to the Spearbird coming at him, to Ogre Magi walking up to him to drop the Fire Blast. Things just have to come out a little bit faster. So either instant disable or a hard carry, maybe both coming out next year. And that's exactly what they banned out. They got rid of the Faces Void and accomplished both those things.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. I'm very curious what Lava want to pick for the offlane here because they get rid of the Mars. Beastmaster is banned out once again.
Hmm.
Trying to think like what can play fast here with the puck. I mean, do they
On the
dare
side of
just go
Lava.
for the dazzle once again? I don't know if you can because you don't have as much of a front line as you did
You're
last game,
insane.
but
Please don't talk to me about the Dazzle
the
3 again.
dazzle owned, man. They get rid of the Tidehunter. That's a much safer pick. I'm okay
Yeah.
with
The
this.
Mars, I think, was the number one thing to get rid of. It can make a lot of plays happen with the puck.
They have Sand King too.
It's great against the OD. They go for the Slardar instead, so they are certain that they need to pick a right-click carry for the safe lane. It has been a while since we've seen Slardar.
Dude, Frank just plays literally any hero. That is what I've learned from watching Lava. Like, if they're just like, "Hey, Frank, can you play this?" And he's like, "Yeah, whatever. Like, I got it. Don't worry."
Oh, it was a good anti-mage game until now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They'll go Drow though. Yeah, good, very good Drow game.
Did you
Very
say
good
that
Drow
before he
game.
picked Drow?
It was something I wanted to say. Like um, as I saw the Slardar come through, but I hadn't gotten to that moment yet.
Yeah, we'll let the chat decide whether or not you predicted that one, Ricky, if you were sniping picks.
I don't think I was sniping picks. I knew this is just too good of a Drow game. It's always a solid matchup into the Morphling. It's really good in lane against the Slardar if you have something to sit in front of you, which you do in the Ogre. So I like it. See if it actually works though, as you know, Last game, they definitely struggled a little bit in the lanes.
Yep, they did. This game, hopefully going to be a little bit better off. I mean, after the laning phase, they definitely found ways to recover. This game, I think Drow Ranger paired with Ogre Magi is very good against the Slaughter in lane. The Ogre Magi obviously having enough armor that it can actually deal with the bash and the physical damage coming out from Crush onto him. A lot of physical damage coming out from Slaughter and Weaver, actually. So Ogre Magi is probably one of the better supports they can run. And being able to keep your distance on the Drow Ranger is decent as well. So as long as they don't get on top of Drow, I think they'll be fine.
Yep.
Needs to keep our distance from these people for sure.
Now, in this game, I'm actually going to favor Wildcard here. I said last game, Lava for sure, because they're running the mid lane OD. I think this hero actually does pretty decently as an offlaner. I do like the Void Spirit in terms of the utility it brings. And I like the Drow. The question is going to be whether or not the Spirit Breaker can cause enough havoc in the fights with there being like a Clockwork and a Puck on board, because those are two really good heroes at dealing with it. So,
yep. Drow Ranger will be forced to build a pretty early Hurricane Pike this game in order to deal with the Puck and the Clockwork running at her. I think Sam is going to be forced to build one as well somewhat early. We'll see how much farm he's able to find, though. But let's start our pick, which we haven't seen for a pretty long time. I want to know if this one works, man.
It's a strong lane hero. The problem, though, is you're playing into the Drow, which you don't really have kill threat on. So that's one of the things that Slardar like needs to have. It's what makes him very strong, is the fact that typically he just makes the lane unplayable for certain heroes. Otherwise, the hero feels a little weak.
Mm-hmm. All right. Pause coming out. All right. They need a moment, it looks like, on the side of Lava. Real moves, Woo Dota, real noble. Everybody is probably going to go to the lanes that we expect them to go to, though. I think OD starting. OD just win nothing but stat items at the beginning of the game. Certainly, he sells some of these branches in order to buy like tangos or something. There's no way he survives in the lane without them. You lane against Morphling and Clockwork. Yeah, certainly he ends up buying. Actually, I don't think Clockwork can have a very easy time getting on top of him. There's no way he goes triple branch crown, right?
I mean, I'm down. That's, I think, just the build, actually. What most people do on ODs, they just triple branch crown and then get themselves some tangos, rush the meteor hammer items. That's how it works.
I think this is cracked, man. I mean,
It's
maybe
normally
he just
the
fairies
mid
out
lane
regen when the
build.
bounty runes come out.
Normally this is the
Yeah.
mid lane build, but I think from the off lane, you still typically just go the crown level 1 and maybe like a tango, but hey, why not?
Yeah. They find Leo style. He's got illusionary orb, so be able to get away if they commit onto him, unless they manage to get like the perfect chain disable off, but they might have to put some levels into abilities that they don't want to, if that's the case. But I have to like wait until the illusionary orb comes out, then astral imprisonment into an Aether Remnant, and I think that might be long enough.
Really good sentry drop there from Sam's. Actually going to scout that ward.
Just 30 seconds now.
I'm going to let S clear it. Look at that. Divine Llama walks slightly further away just so he's able to get full experience there on S. 50 XP going his way. He is crushing the mid lane already.
That is
very cool.
1-0 on CS. That's infinitely more, I believe.
Yep, it is.
Or it's an undefined amount more. I actually can't remember.
Math is dumb and for nerds, so yeah.
Someone who's bad at math would definitely say that. Bottom lane, we're going to have the fun game of Spirit Breaker and OD. Excited to see how this one actually plays out.
Mm-hmm. We will. I don't think they'll have tons of harass for the OD, so maybe that's why he feels like he can get away with not going very much regen in the lane. He'll send himself out 3 tangos, though. It's a mid lane matchup. I'm pretty sure this goes the way of Puck.
It's actually not that bad for Void Spirit. Like, Puck usually harasses a lot with just right clicks as well, and you do have decent, absorption with the Resonant Pulse, and you can CS very easily with spells in the Void Spirit, so it ends up not being too bad. You'll have to rely on the bottle regen pretty much ASAP, though.
Yep.
Nice dodge there by Leo style. That was sick.
Yeah, managed to get all the CS so far on Ask, so he's doing fine for himself. Ready's going at. He will have his bottle before the water rune spawn. Up in the top lane. Slardar not going to have such an easy time.
He might just die here. He's just going to get ran down. If they get in, it just forces TP back to the tower. Kim here.
Canceled.
Ooh, cancels. Okay. I like it. That's a Chad play for sure. They have another Ignite coming up in 1 second, though.
Is Sammy going to come in for this one? He doesn't have an Orb of Venom, so he's not going to have tons of movement speed on Kim here.
Ooh, Sam's in trouble. Nah, Slardar can't get in range, though. Trying to get the bug off of him still. He's going to make his way back through the trees, so he'll be okay. But nice sentry D-ward there.
Yep. Took a little bit too much damage. More than he should have anyways there. I'll try to trade it with the Weaver. Bottom lane. Cat, you ended up dropping pretty low. Divide Llama. Charo opts not to wait for the charge.
That battery assault just ended. If Alex gets a bash. Not today. If that was me on the clockwork, I would have died. Just want to let you know. I got triple.
Because you would have misplayed?
No, I got triple bashed by a Spirit Breaker 3 times yesterday in one game. I actually can't even. I don't even know what the numbers of that are, but I'm pretty sure it's less than 1 in a million.
GoCults actually like sent me that replay. You didn't get bashed at all. You just kind of stood there and died. It was really weird.
Weird of you to gaslight me like that. Frank, I mean, he's really far forward, and with the Ignite here, they're gonna be able to dump out a decent chunk of damage. But Kim, pretty threatening here on the Weaver, regardless. So yeah, it'll be okay.
Gonna auto attack Eves to get him off. All right, 3 minutes. Both mid laners, I think, going to go for the bounty runes. S needs to top up his HP and mana. Going to stack the camp while he does so. Even so far as CS goes, but again, Leo style, I do think he has the advantage for just harass inside this lane. So obviously his bottle's still full. Is himself a water rune and hasn't had to go back for his bounty yet either. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find the kill off on Esk in this lane, though. At least not before he hits level 6. Maybe he'll have to have a rotation come in as well.
Lane's pretty boring so far. No one's dead. I'll be honest. Compared to last game where we had just a ton of kills, very different. Kataro bottom lane, he is very low. Charge going to come through from Alex, but easy dodge there with the waveform, of course. Does does waste 130 mana from the morphling, which is important when you are paying mana to morph now. What, Kataro?
I'm not sure why he's doing this. Wait, does he have a salve? Okay, he does. I was like, he doesn't have any mana to morph back into strength yet, but I'm crazy. He absolutely had a salve there.
Charge the mid lane. Looking for those. He just orbed too. So that's going to be able to just yoink his water rune, which means Puck doesn't get either of them because top lane is going to be Esk making his way downtown. So,
excellent timing on the charge there.
Yeah, really well done.
Speaking of this top lane, I mean, still going the way of the Drow Ranger. About 500 net worth up on the Slardar here. But Drow Ranger hasn't been able to zone him out of the lane. And this is partially due to...
First blood finally comes out bottom. Nicely done. Mid lane. Leo style falling low as well. You know, we give one to Jerry a day. Then we'll give him that one.
That was 2 auto attacks from the Spirit Breaker after the charge and 2 bashes.
Oh, so nice. It did happen.
Man, yeah. You got triple bashed.
Mid lane charge comes through. Alex gets the charge. He gets the kill onto the Puck. Very well done. And now Esk with his level 6, he could look at diving Catyu here, but he'll probably hold on to this for the Puck to come back. Oh no, he's gonna go for it. There's the first astral step into the second and gets the tick down with the void mark. So Esk very happy after that exchange.
Yeah. Instantly find a kill after he gets his level 6. Puck's gonna come in. Not going to be able to get the Dream Coil off. He cleared out the creep wave reasonably quick. He might have been able to do it, but ended up stalling it off enough time with that Apron Remnant. It's a nice drop down there by Esk.
There's another charge coming to the top lane. Sam's going to pull a 180 here to try and maybe connect on top of the Slardar. I think with the 3 of them, they definitely have the damage. First auto attack's gonna come through. Charge perfectly timed on that stun, but slowed up so much here by the Drow and the Ignite, and 1 bash for good measure. Kill goes the way of Eves.
Yeah, finally managed to find kills inside this lane. I mean, the Drow should be winning this one pretty hard.
There's the coil from Leo Style, dropped on top of Esk. He's got a nice stick here to be able to try and regen up as much as possible. Charge coming through as well. Silence there by the waning Rift. Ken Esk gets away. The Astral Step on forward. He dies, but will potentially set up a kill onto Leo Style in the process. He just needs the auto attack, and he gets it. So Alex on the Spirit Breaker having a fantastic game now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to come in here. Try to fight these people. He forced to back off now on Alex. Ended up losing Kataro elsewhere on the map. He ended up dropping Zenny's Eclipse and Meteor Hammer off one of the more.
Yeah, this is where the off-lane OD is superior, because you can directly counter the hero like Morphling from the lane stage.
Yep.
Rather than like waiting, right, to like rotate and stuff. It just feels so much more impactful.
Go.
Cleaning up a stack here as well. He's very farmed.
Oh, misses that Astral Step actually there. He's going to be able to find the kill on the Kim.
Ooh.
They both get away.
Nicely done. Who else was... Oh, he gets the scan. Alex. Oh, he's looking for him. He's not going to have vision. There's no way. Good deep ward there. He'll just deny himself to the tower. Okay, I was like, that might give assist gold, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, he's done too much time off the map if he doesn't end up going down there. But ended up being more than 30 seconds the last time he was hit. They increased the window a little bit, but...
Gets the Astral off there. Okay. That's the thing. He's actually doing a really good job at holding his Astral, because he doesn't see the clockwork. So if he were to try and go for a Meteor Hammer play onto the Morphling, it would just get instantly canceled.
Yeah.
So, really smart plays here from the OD.
Yeah. They tried to make a play top, but unfortunately Puck rotated the exact same time that they came up on 3 heroes with the charge. They might turn their eyes towards Leo Style here.
Ogre TPs. Trying to make a rotation here to take down the clockwork. I think they'll have the damage if they can get the vision. There's the Fire Blast. Astral for good measure will finish off the kill.
Nice try. Pops the 8-charge stick, but isn't end up being enough to heal him up. Survive that one.
Kim Leo Style come through. A lot of damage coming through from that multi-shot from the Drow, and Kim gonna be forced to leave, as well as Leo Style on the Puck just not able to stand his ground.
Fucking Esk has spent a lot of time fighting, just kind of dodging each other here, and haven't had as much time to see us because of that their net worth is much further behind where it should be.
I was gonna say, look at the Void Spirit. He's neck and neck with the off-lane Slardar, and almost catching him is going to be that Spirit Breaker. Top lane, Alex getting ran down here. The bash from Frank. He gets another strike, though. We'll be able to set him up for the time being. Comes as he pops the Weaver. He has a charge in one as well. Frank in so much trouble. Alex with the turnaround. Oh my goodness.
Perfect timing there by Esk.
Oh. Yeah, that's 4 points resonant pulse for you, man. That is a rough one. And now Esk's game very much recovered after that.
Yeah, walks right into it. Leo Styles going to continue to play around up here in the enemy team's triangle. They're going to know they have an observer ward up here. And yeah, Leo Styles, he pings this one out immediately. So hopefully they can at least find this kill.
Get the silence. He's, I think, just dead. Yeah. Right? Okay, I was like, Divine Llama's got to drop the Sanity's Eclipse here. Yeah. All right, they get the kill.
He's a little bit worried about it getting dodged out, but with the phase shift. But as soon as he pops the phase shift and jumps up on top with Waning Rift, he ends up getting the finish off onto him.
All right, tier 1 tower in the mid lane. The next target here for Wildcard. They're up 1-11 with a 3K gold lead.
Yeah, much better than the last game when they came out the laning phase losing. But no, they did pick heroes to do well inside the lanes. The OD does pretty well against the Morphling. The Drow Ranger great against the Slardar. It's after the laning phase ends and they have to start to take team fights where I'm a little bit worried, because Clockwork, Slardar, Morphling, all heroes that are great at jumping the Drow on the back line and great inside team fights.
Sam getting round down here by Kim bottom lane. Leo Style comes in, drops the coil. Divine Llama's here though. Astral's up, the Clockwork, gonna go for that Meteor Hammer. Remnant there just to guarantee this trade. Esk's going to be the one that secures it for himself.
Why did you make an enemy of me?
Is he going to try to chase them? No, he's not going to chase Leos down underneath the tier 1. Instead, I think they'll try to put some pressure onto the tier 1 mid. He's still got his Meteor Hammer on OD, so they'll make fairly quick work of the tower. And they're trying to trade up here in the top lane.
Yeah, Alex has just been sitting here for a while. They've got Nether Strike. Gonna come through. Oh, he stopped the toggle!
He stopped it partway through. He didn't think that they'd have enough damage to finish him off there.
Well, he
double
pump
tapped
faked
it by
the Nether
mistake.
Strike is why. He thought he was just pump faking it to like mess with him.
Yeah. The only person he played was himself.
That's just mind games, man. Just the mind games from Alex. Once again, he had the Morphling's number last game. Looks like
Morphling had the last. Kataro definitely had the last laugh last game.
True.
This game might be a different story. Now with the magic down to 2,000 gold here, they smoke up on a couple of heroes of Wildcard. They're gonna look for a kill. They would love to be able to take the mid-tier 1 tower. They find the clockwork again.
Yeah, they're going to chase down Sam here. Frank in the water. Quite easy for him to chase him down. So, a little 1-for-1 trade. Top lane, though, they're looking for Katara once again. They've got the Gust. Alex with the charge to follow it up, but he's pretty tanky this time. He's going to be able to start the Morph. The thing is, when you play into a Drow Ranger, especially going into the late game, goes into the waveform to try and get the tower, but denied by the Drow Ranger. The marksmanship, so good at dealing with Morphling late game. He just does pure damage.
Yeah. Well, basically pure damage. The Morphling never builds any armor items. And I don't think they'll build an Assault Cuirass on anything like that on anybody. Slaughter could end up going 1 as the game goes on. But that's about it for armor is going to have to deal with the marksmanship.
Sam comes in, throws the ignites. A lot of damage come through, but a great hook shot from Katyu. He's found the Drow Ranger. The Gust pushing him outside. There's the blink reveal from the Slaughter. He's managed to get on top of the Drow. They get one. Astral Step on over. S trying to do what he can to carry this game out. There's going to be the Sanity Eclipse. Frank walking away on 20 HP, but Ignite catches him from downtown. And now Katyu trying to hobble his way out of this one, but Pig Pole activated, tumbling down to the low ground. But Sammy knew it was coming. Fire Blast catches him. Little Astral there from Divine Llama to finish it off. So you lose the Drow. You end up finding, was it 3 or 4 kills there? Just 3, okay.
Yeah, just ended up being 3. You get the Slaughter, the Clockwork, the Puck, but again, they've got a lot of heroes to jump the Drow Ranger on the backline. She's going to be forced to build some defensive items. I'm a little bit surprised that she's not building the Hurricane Pike just right away, even though she's playing against the Clockwork, but maybe she's valuing taking up a little bit more, or thinks that she can get around the map faster. Going for the Yasha next. BKB after that, thankfully. But yeah, it's going to be like Lava's #1 priority, making the Drow Rangers game miserable. Thankfully, these heroes can scale and damage pretty well, even if Drow Ranger's not doing a ton.
They smoked up for this. Sam's going to end up putting his body in front of them. Morphling going to try to chase it down, but it's going to go to the way of the Puck. Jump in from S. Charge, not going to connect. He ends up getting the coil here onto 2. They find the Drow bottom. The hook shot's there. Gets the 2-hero Gust, trying to get them out, but Drow surrounded by 2. Slardar easily finds that one. A 3-hero exchange going the way of Lava. Very well done by them. And Drow's got to be careful. You can't show in the lanes like this.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if... I've clicked on her right now. I want to see her items change from Yasha to a Hurricane Pike right now. I would not be surprised at all if that's what ended up happening. But it partially happened just because you had people go on your mid lane at the same time you were showing nearby the tower bottom lane. It's not really like Drow was super far forward either. There's a tier 1 right there. The issue is that they had committed onto some of these other heroes in the mid lane. They were preoccupied on Wildcard, so... Communication on point on the side of Lava.
Oh. Charge coming through. Fire Blast connects. Alex trying to find him on the backside. Does manage to get one. Does he have Dusty? Into the Nether Strike to get the kill. And now Puck on the run. Nothing left in the tank. Divine Llama gets the kill on this OD. They will also... I'm sure they actually don't have a sentry for the D-Ward, but still... 2 kills, now looking to go mid. You don't have the OD here, though, so that is like your main tower push.
Drow Ranger, I think, can do damage kind of fast. You've got a catapult as well.
Katyu. Will connect. He didn't actually get any of his spells off. A convenient bash back the other way, and with the Void Spirit rotation. All right, Spearbreaker's going to be terrifying with Bloodlust.
Yeah, he is. We see this somewhat often. Give him all the extra attack speed, the extra movement speed as well means he's going to be doing even more damage. Once he's got the Shadow Blade online, Alex
out into the mid lane.
be a lot scarier.
Trying to stall it, but smoked up on the backside is going to be Esk and Alex once again. Leo style going for the rune. Orchid comes out right away. The Astral step on over as well. Puck gets popped.
Yeah. And he did make the rotation over to the mid, drops the meteor hammer on the tower, ends up grabbing it. So tier 1 goes the way of Wildcard. They get a little bit more map control, and they need to start making some plays to get themselves back into this one. Leo style died a couple times in a row. He's playing against a lot of disables this game, which does make it kind of difficult for him, and he's got to make space for the Morphling.
They've got vision of the Morphling. Charge coming through. Alex will connect. He doesn't end up making it out in time. The Fire Blast is there. Does he get the multicast? He does in time for the Orchid to make it, and now they find the Weaver. Hook shot comes through from Catyu. Will be able to make some space. He goes for the time lapse, but he doesn't have many spells left. The charge, not even necessary. Just a few more auto attacks. They get 2 more big kills.
Yeah, and they're looking to keep it going. They invade the enemy team's triangle. They've got eyes on Frank there. I don't think they'll be able to catch him, but they do force him out and stop him farming. So bringing up to a 4K net worth advantage on the side of Wildcard.
Into
I mean, you don't
easy.
have anyone to tank up.
You got OD, who, by the way, does have a Blink Dagger coming on the Courier as we speak. So Divine Llama just looking to pay even faster with his Void Spirit.
You get 23 bonus agility from marksmanship.
That was a nice timing on the flare. That almost sniped Roche.
Yeah.
It's always really funny when 120 damage Magic Nuke takes Roche on.
Yeah. Not today, though.
Nah, not today.
Him. Oh. Barely managed to make it out of there. They clear out an observer ward on each side, though. Both people realizing they scattered out the approach.
So Leo Styles got the Witchblade, queuing up a Yule Scepter after finding that Orchid. Yeah, he doesn't really have a choice. He's got to find a way to remove that. The thing is, eventually you go for the Aghanim Scepter, too.
Look, people... Oh, Clockwork comes over to the mid lane.
Oh, charge in, though, from Alex. Once again, finding the Morphling. Does he get in range for the stun? He does! It puts him just in reach of the Ogre. A 1-for-1 trade, but about to be 2 is Divine Llama. Once again, Astral and...
Nope, he had 20 stick charges.
Okay. They gotta be a lot more disciplined here. Oh, that's awkward.
They call them baby hops.
I think they refer to him as baby leg Clockwork.
Yeah, baby leg Clockwork. I mean, he finally bamboozled them. He's tried to do this a couple of times, but again, the damage on this Astral Imprisonment is a little bit delayed for anyone not familiar with that mechanic. So the moment you come out of it, you have time to activate certain abilities or use items if they don't really have a cast point. Yeah. Yeah, so 20 charge wand is enough to heal you up.
All right. Drow went back for the Midas. I don't know if
I was just about to talk about that one. I saw flying out to her. I was like, yeah, certainly she's going to end up getting herself a Hurricane Pike. The enemies are jumping on top of her, playing against Slaughter with a Blink Dagger, a Clockwork who's going to hook shot on top of you. Nah, Yamson goes, I want to go Midas. I need more money. Then I can get myself a Hurricane Pike.
I actually don't hate it, honestly, because Drow is a hero that benefits a lot from attack speed, and like they can just play so dominant around the map with their other heroes. So you just, yeah, have a Midas, I guess. Why not?
I hate it. I mean, I'm sure that he felt like he was under-farmed or some shit like that, but I think you'd farm even faster just going for any other item or something that'll keep you alive. Fight bringing you out inside the triangle. They cat you.
Double kill around the map as they also find Katara with the Orchid, so...
Yeah.
They're just crumbling, man. 8-27 here. Just 20 minutes into the game.
A ton of damage coming out from the Orchid Soul Burn. Means enough to finish off the Morphling. And still 700 gold away from finishing up. Sorry, 600 gold away from finishing up this Mantis style. Puck, bottom lane. He's got a Yule Scepter in order to get out of this one.
He does indeed, but there's still a charge, and it's gonna connect, I think. All right, able to dodge there with the phase shift. Multi-shot does come through. He's alive for the moment. Nether Strike, though. Gonna grab him. The bulldoze just instantly removing that coil, basically.
Yeah. No, you'll separate a drop off on
One
the Spirit
charge
Breaker
after
or
another.
just
They're
on the
looking
bullies.
for more in the mid lane. It's going to be onto the Slardar. He cannot stop this one, and Soulburn will do a ton of damage. They also managed to find the Clockwork on the backside. Weaver popped by Ascendant's Eclipse, and now Cat falls as well. 4 heroes dead. Oh man, a completely different game here.
Wildcard in excellent form in game number 2. And Lava, a couple of rare mistakes from them. I mean, the same thing that we saw last time in the way of this Morphling finding these deaths all over the map. He's gone down. He's 0-5 right now on Kitaro. They keep blowing him up, so maybe a little bit of overconfidence with this Morphling pick. Last game, Wildcard made a couple of serious misplays that ended up causing them to lose the game, but other than that, same sort of playstyle from Lava in a lot of ways. And Wildcard, they seem to have their number.
They actually just might burst the puck. He can just astral step forward if he wants, but it looks like they're just playing with him. They'll be able to get the base. Barracks will fall. Yves in some trouble here, but an astral will buy him a little bit of space. They go in, trying to find the kill here onto the Morphling, but they just need to get the Drow out. She still has Aegis for another 30 seconds. The backside, they find the OD, and he will fall. A huge gold spree going the way of Kim. Alex also stuck inside the cogs. Big gust comes through from the Drow, but can they bring down this Morphling? Eves just bashed to death by the Slardar. Morphling still able to survive. Waveforms on over. Alex charge back through the other way. They finally get him, but Esk falling low and fast. He needs help. It's not going to come. They're crumbling on the side of Wildcard, but is it too little too late for Lava? Ultra kill for Kim.
Position 4 Weaver with a Yule Scepter and an Urn, and that is about it. Ends up finding an ultra kill off of these heroes. Yes, too far forward, but they did get a Rax here at 22 minutes of the game. Becomes a lot easier for them after that, but huge XP swing in the favor of Wildcard after that last, on the way of Lava after that last team fight. Needs to be a little bit more even now.
Did you get a fight recap at all?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither. Good stuff, Valve. Game's still in beta, though. I can't complain. They do have ward vision here. Divine Llama goes in. Astral. Just kind of playing with Leo style, it would seem.
Looks like Leo's going to back up now. Yeah. I mean, despite the fact that these...
Oh, they have a charge.
Doesn't
They
have
still have
much
vision.
money. Yeah, but I'm not sure. This is like a
He's got
puck with a
Sans
Yule
Eclipse in
Scepter.
5, man. He might just go.
Yeah, but it's a puck with a Yule Scepter, and he's got a haste rune as well.
Alex is invis. Oh, he cancels. All right, would have gone under the tower, yeah.
Wow. If he doesn't end up connecting it, I think he... What level's charge? Yeah, he would have been able to follow up with another strike, and I think get the kill off onto him.
So they pick up BKBs on both Drow and the OD. Very big improvements, as they definitely needed it after the Bass. Or OD almost has it. He's 275 gold away. Eves, though, on the Drow, one thing that was very weird about this last fight is he was like the one hero that was like the latest getting out of the base, you know?
Yeah.
Like everyone backed and just kind of left the Drow on the high ground, and he was just like, all right, guys, thanks.
I mean, he built a Midas. He's not people anymore.
Frank here. Smoke's gonna get popped. Managed to find the Void Spirit though. Quick Fire Blast though to try and make some space. Gonna be forced to BKB as Astral steps away. Charge gonna slow him down for the moment. Another strike as well. A lot of damage going to the Slardar. He's the big counter to the Drow if they could do it. Charge the other way, but Morphling gets caught by a gust instead. Void Spirit snaps that coil. Gotta be careful though as Kitaro in so much trouble. The Ascendant Eclipse finds him. Leo style able to keep himself alive, but Cat, you can't do anything. Just hobbling away on the Clockwork. They have their eyes set on Kim. The dust is there. The multi-shot damage almost finished off. He's gonna drop right back down into the Remnant. Popped by the Void Spirit. 4 kills go the way of Wildcard. More of what we would have expected than, say, the last fight.
Yeah.
Did Puck buy back?
I don't think so, no. He didn't go,
Weird.
didn't
Why
go
is it-
down.
My death recap just shows Puck dying, and he just definitely didn't.
No.
Getting baited. All right,
Didn't
up
go
onto the high
down, but they're
ground.
gonna be able to walk to the high ground here. They've already taken one melee rack so far. I'm pretty sure they can just walk over to the range one if they want to after this. Actually, 7 seconds left until Morphling's back up.
That'll get
gonna
the
have to-
tower, I think, with that meteor.
Yeah, they'll
hammer.
get the tower with the meteor hammer. 3 more ticks of damage on it. So they'll get the tier 3. Fortification ends up saving their building though, and Roshan respawns in another 51 seconds. That's gonna be the next objective here for the side of Wildcard. Yeah, last team fight. They hop on top of Drow, but not everyone was able to get on top of her, and does have the BKB completed now. So Clockwork not able to deal with her by herself anymore, and now going for this Hurricane Pike. So even though Drow Ranger if you stay on top of her, you can limit the amount of damage coming out from her just because you disable marksmanship. It's not going to be that easy to blow her up at the start of these team fights. You can spend a lot more time, and that means the heroes like OD, Void Spirit, and even Spirit Breaker have that much more time to just lay into your team.
So
And
speaking
after
of
that,
Spirit
they can help
Breaker,
you go
he
Ranger.
finished up the Aghanim Scepter just now, so he is pretty much as farmed as your offlane Slardar. The Weaver's not that far behind either, but you're gonna feel this Aghanim Scepter come through in this next fight for sure. Roshan respawning literally the second Sam walks out of it. Is he gonna come on Sam, walk back in, you can do it.
He's not going to do it.
He's not gonna do it. Oh no. Player comes through. Sam's still under the cover of that smoke, but yeah, Roshan, they don't check it in time. Now he will. All right, he knows.
Both teams know now, and I think Wildcard are going to leave. They're not feeling too confident on Lava, down 12k net worth at the moment. Morphling doesn't have his big damage item, still working on that Ethereal Blade. Puck doesn't have the Blink Dagger. There's a lot of stuff they need this game before they're able to fight into Wildcard. Last couple of fights definitely not going their way. Hasn't helped that Kataro has gone down just kill after kill. They did such a good job of countering out this Morphling, both with picks and plays this game.
I feel like the Manta style was not the way to go. Like, he needs a BKB so badly this game.
He's got to go the Manta, though, because they've got, like, multiple silences coming out. They have Orchid and Void Spirit. They've got the Gust from the Drow Ranger.
That's what I'm saying. I think he just has to have BKB. Like, a single Manta is not going to prevent you from the multiple silences. You have Gust, you have Orchid, and you're about to have an Aghanims come through on the Void Spirit as well. Like, there's just going to be way too many ways of silencing this hero.
I don't know. It's hard, though, because like Void Spirit can come in onto you with a single Astral Step. He drops the Orchid, you pop your BKB, and he just disengages, and it's suddenly on cooldown. You're useless for the next little bit. At least with Manta style, it gives you some stats. You're able to farm, and it comes off the cooldown a little bit faster.
Yeah, he might end up just getting both. Smoke up
He
here
probably
from
will
Lava. They're going to make their way into the Roche pit, it looks like, but Wildcard, they're here. They're thinking about it. They don't know. There's no way. They actually just don't know. They smoked right into the pit and they stole it from under their noses. Ages for Leo style shard for Kataro as they just back on out. And Wildcard looking very silly
Looking
now.
incredibly foolish right now.
Ward Sentry drop onto the high ground. Sam goes in, tries to find the puck, the charge. It's gonna connect there. And that is a really, really dead. Well, I guess on the backside, they turn their attention over to Frank. Instead, as he just jumps in, tries to grab the Drow, but it's not gonna be enough. They push him away. Leo style falling low. Divine Lawn with the BKB doing some work, but in comes Kataro. Fire Blast is gonna catch him, and the Morphling goes down. Leo style, his second life. They buy back on the Slardar, able to TP out there on the OD. And Alex, he's got Spider Legs to boot. Even with the Roshan, you go down 4 heroes. You get the Aegis, but you buy back the Slardar as well. Wow.
Yeah. It's absolutely everybody, and Wildcard taking no casualties. The OD had a very rough initiation, but the BKB 9 seconds on this one ended up being enough. Then finally, getting the blink off of the trees, TPing back to base, and off of this one, I think they're just going to push into this last tier 3 and try to go high ground. Why give Lava the chance to bring this game back? They know that Morphling is incredibly weak right now. The guy has absolutely no farm, and Yamson, he's managed to catch up. He's working on. He's got the Eye of Scotty queued up. He might want this before he goes high ground. He's only got 2,000 HP.
He's just planning to make it so you can't burst them, right? Like, the Slardar came in this last fight, tried to jump the back line. He gets his BKB Hurricane Pike off. Like, Puck tried to do the same thing. But he just gets a Gust, stands his ground, and the whole team is there to save him. The charges from Spirit Breaker are just way too annoying.
Yeah, and they definitely got off Divine Llama a little bit too fast as well. They thought he'd be finished off, but with that 9-second BKB, he was able to hold his ground. Probably beating themselves up a little bit about that one.
Weaver has a Yule's Orchid now.
He's had this for a little while, the Orchid. Last 2 team fights. Again, I'm not sure how much of a difference this thing is going to make this game. Maybe he can catch out the Void Spirit with it, but it's not even going to be on for that long because you have strategies into the Void Spirit this game. So I'm getting closer.
He just accidentally force staff himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He drops the chat line. He's like, wait. All right, gets level 20. That's a big improvement in damage if he goes for the multi-shot. Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he does. Next order of business is getting the last 700 gold for this Eye of Scotty. Once that one's completed, I think he's just going to walk up to the enemy team's high ground.
I mean, life just becomes so difficult for the Morphling. In general, it's already like one of the worst carry matchups you can have as a Morphling. Like, you can only fight into the Drow if you're inside the marksmanship aura. If you're not, you just have to leave. You actually can't fight her.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully you have gap close with waveform, but
Lava hiding in the trees here, but I don't think they actually want to try and take a fight. They're just going to go ahead and slowly cut this wave over and over.
Eye of Scotty is complete now on the Drow Ranger. Curry was over at their team's secret shop, so they're going to walk up to the high ground off of this one, I think.
Dude, OD also has an enchanted quiver. That is pretty sick.
They've got everything they need, as OD is going to be two-shotting heroes with the enchanted quiver.
Charge top lane, onto the puck. Orchid is there. He's gonna be able to get away though, thanks to that Yules. But on the backside of the fight, they've managed to find the Drow. Eves went in super aggressive, but a nice nether strike. They don't have detection, but there's the multi-shot damage. Sardar trying to hobble away on just a little bit of HP. He's gonna be able to make it. The Morphling died solo bottom. Ogre and Divine Llama got him.
Yeah, just hit with the Astral Imprisonment and then finished off in short order. Only need to drop 2 auto attacks on this guy.
OD attacks very fast with Drow and the Ogre's Bloodlust, so not all that surprising. Mid lane barracks. They attempted this push a long time ago. They will finally get it now. They now turn their attention to the top. Every time I see the good, surprisingly good, I always think that says good game. Like, just my glance value is ruined.
Sorry, man.
Oh,
they're about to lose.
Going for the Drow Ranger, maybe, but Force Staff's going to buy her a little bit of space. And they're going to continue the siege here onto the high ground. Kim comes in. Do they have detection? Actually drop the Orchid. Okay, Divine Llama. Sets up a kill here onto the Weaver. Couple auto attacks. Very easy.
Fortify.
But it feels so rough. Leo style. Really playing with fire here. Charge in from Alex. He's a difficult hero to catch, but all right. I think they got him this time. Meteor Hammer. He's got to hit this Remnant, right? Yeah. Okay. I was like, it has to hit him eventually. And there's the GG. They've accepted it. There's no chance they're going to be able to come back from this one. And Wildcard take themselves a 1-1 to tie up this best of 2.
Yeah. Respectable. Getting the 1-1 against Team Lava here. Game number 1, definitely pretty rough, and going 58 minutes. Wildcard almost managed to bring it back, but they were taken down. And I think part of the reason why they had so much confidence inside this Morphling is because it was the main reason they were able to bring that back in game number 1 on the side of Lava after almost losing it. But this game, Wildcard, they realized, all right, we dealt with it pretty well last time. We'll have an even easier time here when we were playing into it. And Taro just ends up taking too many deaths, and just off of the back of these direct counters to the heroes, so many disables. Drow Ranger just being able to pierce right through his armor makes him feel kind of useless, and great lean counter picks as well. Too difficult for Lava to take it. So I think drafting issues in both games by the side of Lava. Wildcard, I still think a step below all the players on Lava, but that could change. I mean, again, today they're going to take the series 1-1. We'll see what happens inside the playoffs next time they meet, if they meet in the playoffs here, or the third phase of the tournament. But that is going to be it for the first series.
Yeah, I mean, this was a sick game for sure. A fun series nonetheless, but we've got another one lined up for y'all. It's going to be Infamous versus APU, King of Kings. So definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to go to a short break, and we'll see you then. Stay tuned, everyone.